Well, hello. Welcome to the Grow Your Nutrition Business Podcast. And today, I am going to be your host, Jason Aucoin, the husband of Nicole Aucoin, founder of Healthy Steps Nutrition and CrossFit HSN. Nicole, welcome to your show. How are you today?
Thank you. Doing awesome.
This interview, I want it to be a little bit more about the behind the scenes of HSN mentoring, of Healthy Steps Nutrition, of CrossFit HSN. A lot of listeners probably want to know, how did you come up with this idea? Where did it start? And tell us a little bit about how Healthy Steps Nutrition started.
Gosh, it seems like a while ago, right? But it all happened so fast. So I knew nutrition was important when I was young. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and we completely changed our diet. And she lived longer than the doctor said that she would, but I didn't realize nutrition was a field and I could actually make a career off of that. And I was cheering at University of Florida. Go Gators.
Go Gators.
Go Gators. And they sent us all to a dietitian because we had some disordered eating, definitely. And I left that office, and the next day I changed my major. I'm like, this is exactly what I want to do. I want to teach people how to eat healthy. And whether you're an athlete or someone struggling to lose weight or someone that needs help because you are diagnosed with cancer and you want to change your diet, we could help you. So spent the next quite a few years going to school and found CrossFit in the meantime and loved that, especially after I was done cheering. I'm a competitive person.
I had no idea that you were a competitive person.
We make everything a competition in this house. So yeah, I found CrossFit and loved everything that CrossFit was about, the community, and kept seeing the nutrition pyramid, right? Or the fitness pyramid and nutrition at the bottom. And that was where I fit in, right? I was passionate about nutrition and wanted to help people with nutrition.
Now, at this point, were you still up in Gainesville at school, or had you graduated from master's? And
I was in Gainesville when I found CrossFit.
Okay.
Then I moved down to South Florida, got a job at a hospital, and I didn't want to work in the hospital, but it seemed like you had to work in a hospital as a dietitian to get experience. So I started at a hospital, didn't know one person, or maybe I did know one person, but I wanted to make some friends and happened to meet you there.
At the hospital?
No, at the CrossFit.
At the CrossFit.
So I joined CrossFit gym.
Okay.
And the owners of that CrossFit gym found out I was a dietitian, and they just started sending people to me to answer questions about nutrition. They didn't talk about it, but they had this big fitness pyramid on the wall, and I was confused and ended up falling more in love with CrossFit and took my level 1, started coaching. Was coaching at one box, and then you and I started going around and doing nutrition seminars at other CrossFit gyms, and that turned into challenges. Opened up Healthy Steps Nutrition around that same time that I moved down to South Florida with the vision of kind of as a side hustle, right? Like, I worked at the hospital full time, but I wanted to be able to really help people and prevent disease and get people understanding how nutrition could really play a role into achieving optimal health. And I knew at the hospital I wouldn't be able to do that. So I started Healthy Steps Nutrition, and fast forward 6-7 years, here we are.
Yeah, so definitely an exciting road we've been on. I want to say about 5 or 6 years ago, you came up with this idea that nutrition and CrossFit needed to be probably a little bit more important and more focused than what it was doing. So tell me how you went from starting this business where you basically started up with 30 gyms about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And you've got 650 gyms plus. How is the overall program evolved?
Gosh, it's so much better today than it was 6 years ago. I'm super proud of that.
Tell me why. Give me a couple examples of why you think the program's better today than it was 5 years ago.
I'm obsessed with learning. And when something isn't going perfect or a gym is struggling with adding nutrition into the gym, I'm like diving into what's going on, what's the problem, how could we support and help them? When we started Healthy Steps Nutrition, we had that one gym in North Florida that said, hey, can I use your program and implement it? And there's a lot of laws about nutrition. And it's like, I don't think that we could do this, but I figured out if we could systemize everything and they weren't providing medical nutrition therapy, we could essentially allow them to use everything that we've built to help their own communities. And then I would be kind of behind the scenes. And Two Brain Business found out about that, and Chris Cooper, and he was like, oh my gosh, this can help so many more people. I'm putting you on a podcast. we did the first podcast and I did it with that first gym and it was terrible. We redid it. I remember getting off the phone. I'm like, yeah, we're going to have to redo that. It wasn't good. So we redid it. Within like minutes of that podcast releasing, people started signing up for HSN Mentoring. I'm like, all right, well, here we go. Like there's no turning back now. And, we had this original course that we built to teach people and it was pretty quick. And I realized what gym owners need to run a successful nutrition program. And in that time, we opened a gym, right? So we didn't have our CrossFit gym. My Healthy Steps Nutrition HQ was out of a different CrossFit gym, and people were going to that CrossFit gym or they were coming to my nutrition practice. It wasn't both. And we ended up opening up the gym to really figure out, okay, how could we bridge the gap and have people get the support they need with nutrition and fitness from day one, right?
Right.
And it's been awesome for us to have the HQ location so that we could really see how could we implement this? How could we build it into the intake process and really help people understand the solution to their problem is nutrition and fitness. And if we didn't have the gym, I'm not sure I would have been able to really figure that out as quickly as we did. And, running challenges, right? Like challenges are a great way to kickstart a program. And we were running challenges at CrossFit gyms all over the state of Florida before we opened up our gym. But really the goal of a challenge is to get people excited and convert them to ongoing nutrition coaching where they can really see the magic happen with accountability and support. And that we figured out at our HQ location. So there was so much testing going on. I mean, even the programs that we're launching at our HQ in January, people are not going to be able to start at our gym without doing nutrition.
That's really huge. It's a model that a lot of gyms are starting to go to now,
which is awesome.
Yeah, and it seems to be helping so many more people now.
People are coming to you overwhelmed, and they don't know what the right diet is for them. They don't know what the right exercise program is for them. They see a million different things on the internet. Their neighbors, friends, coworkers are telling them all different things. They just need one clear path and someone to keep them accountable to that.
Yeah, for sure. So while we're on this topic of growth, we've helped over 650 gyms. We have over 20,000 clients in the app. Tell me a little bit about what's going on internationally right now, because we've been taking sales calls for the last couple months and I'm hearing a lot of accents. I'm hearing a lot of different accents from different countries, and we've got locations everywhere in Europe and Australia and Ireland. What's the presence in Europe and how has that evolved over the last couple years?
Yeah, so much has changed and I've learned a lot with the international gyms. I think that for me and for our team and what support we provide to gyms has been the biggest growth internationally, because the foods are different, the seasons are different, their metric system is different. So everything we had to adapt so that they could be able to use the platform that we built, the tools and resources, without having this big learning curve with their clients. So we have some things that translatable resources for international gyms now. We've translated everything to the metric system and taken out brand names of foods that aren't available outside the US. So that's been super helpful. We have mentors coming on right now that are international.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's really awesome. I look back and one of the first 10 gyms that signed up was from Ireland. I was not ready for that when that guy signed up. And you know what? He worked through it and he did an awesome job and was able to work with us. And I think with anything, if you are flexible with your approach, you're going to be able to grow. And we were super flexible. I take to heart seriously every single time someone gives us a suggestion or emails us. And I truly believe that's one of the reasons why the program has helped so many gyms, because we've evolved it so much over the past 6 years.
Yeah. So while we're on that topic, you've had gyms from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When gyms, let's say, don't launch a successful program,
yeah,
what would you say is probably their biggest struggle when a gym launches a program and they don't have success with it? What would you say you've helped so many people? What would be the probably first thing that comes to mind when you think of that?
The first thing is, and I talk about it on sales calls, so do you, on those free calls that we have with gym owners, I ask, who is going to be the person running your program? who's going to be the person running your program, right? If you have, as a gym owner, if you're coaching every class, if you're the cleaner, if you're the scheduler, if you're the billing person, you cannot play the role of a nutrition coach too. There's just too much on your plate. So ideally, you have someone who's going to lead up the day-to-day operations of nutrition coach. Owners are required to go through our training. I think it's important. You're the leader of your tribe. You need to understand what's happening in the nutrition program, but hopefully you have someone that can support the role, right? And when gym owners tell me during free calls that they coach a bunch and they were planning on taking the program on themselves, I say, I don't think that's a great idea. I would love to help you, but I don't think your program will be successful because you don't have the time to put into it. Find someone to help you support the role of a nutrition coach, and you guys will both go through the training. And when you found someone, give me a call back and let's chat.
Okay.
I want people to be successful. I don't want them just to sign up. It's like CrossFit gym memberships. Like, we don't want people at our gym to pay to come to our, gym, but they're not actually coming. I want to see their face. I want that to help them.
That would be probably one of the biggest struggles as a gym owner launching a program. Tell me a little bit about some of your gyms that are killing it, and they've got 3-4 nutrition coaches that each have 30 clients each. They're bringing in 10,000 plus a month in nutrition revenue. What's that look like, and how are they successful? Why are they successful? What are they doing different?
Yeah. So number one, they've really built it into a core message in their business, right? Like, people go to that gym expecting to hear about nutrition, and that's the option that people have when getting started. And once you really figure that out, and you figure out the sales process, and you figure out how to retain clients, the most successful gyms are going out into the community and doing corporate wellness and bringing in additional $10,000-$15,000 in 6 weeks doing a corporate nutrition challenge, which is awesome. But you first need to figure out it within your HQ location. The gyms that are the most successful are the ones that are taking all the tools and resources that we provide and running with them, right? Like, I want gyms to have mentoring calls. Every gym has a mentoring call every month with their monthly subscription for HSN. It's like the accountability of having a nutrition coach. You're paying for a nutrition coach for someone to keep you accountable and someone to track your progress. Well, guess what we do on mentoring calls? We're asking you your metrics. How many leads did you have? How many new clients did you have? What's your retention? How much revenue are you bringing in? Like, we want to know those numbers so that we can help you grow, and also provide you with additional tools and resources to keep your clients engaged. So if you're not using that, then you're missing out on a whole big piece of the puzzle when it comes to the mentoring service that we're providing.
Yeah. And so as I sit here speaking to you, I think I'm just trying to think as a client, why wouldn't I want to talk to a mentor who talks to hundreds of gyms on a monthly basis, who probably owns a gym or has run a successful nutrition program in the past? In my opinion, that's like having a mentor.
Yeah.
And essentially, who couldn't use a good mentor?
I have had a mentor for the past 5 years, and it's been the best thing for us. There's so many bright and shiny objects out there, right? Like, they can distract you. And sometimes you just need an outside perspective of like, okay, here's where you are. Don't focus on this thing. Focus on this other thing that's going to really help move the needle forward.
Right.
I just added up our mentoring calls for this year, and we still have a few weeks left of December before, the end of the year. And we've done over 2,200 mentoring calls.
Wow, that's amazing.
This year.
That's amazing. So
the team's amazing. The team's amazing.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. While we're on that topic, we have a week or two left in the year here. You shut down, you closed off sales December 15th, I believe. So why did you do that? So tell me a little bit about, I guess, why you would shut sales down and not accept any more clients. I'm not really certain any business owner would do that. That's not a very profitable or financial sound decision that most people would make.
To me, I would rather have 20 people run our program really successfully than 100 people. And you scale that up and it's the same thing, right? I'd rather have 650 people running our program really successfully and get the support they need than 1,000. And what happens at the end of the year is everyone's looking to launch a challenge in January, which is great. I think challenges are a great way to kickstart a program, but you need time to go through the training process and really understand how to utilize all the tools and resources that we provide. And gyms that are trying to sign up a week or two before the end of the year are trying to rush through everything, and then they get frustrated with us when their program signups aren't as great for a challenge because they've only been promoting it for 2 weeks when they should have been promoting it for 6. And then they're trying to do a kickoff seminar and trying to figure out the app during the kickoff seminar, which isn't a great first impression. And the goal of the program is that it's implemented the same way here at our HQ location, somewhere in California, somewhere in Europe, and you just need time to learn it, right? And yeah, we shut it off. I also want our mentors to be able to take a break too, right?
Yeah. Like, holidays are here.
They're doing, at sometimes Lindsay has 10 calls a day, which is crazy.
Wow.
She's talking to 10 gym owners a day.
Wow.
And everyone's trying to fit in all those training calls at the end of the year. And my hope is that by us cutting off the last 2 weeks, the mentors maybe it can slow down a little bit for them, although there's over 70 people in the training right now. So 70 gyms that are launching in January.
Wow.
So I don't think it'll really slow down, but the hope.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about if somebody wanted to sign up for your system, what does it look like? How do they do it? Where do they go? How do they get more information? What's the best way for us to get with a gym to get with us and move forward?
Yeah, so growyournutritionbusiness.com is the website, and we want to talk to every single gym owner, not the nutrition coach. We want to talk to the gym owner to ensure we're on the same page with what we can provide, the scope of practice, how this actually works, because gym owners need to be bought into the program. It starts with them. So you start off with a free call. From there, if you're a good fit, we both think it's a good fit, you and us, then we would invite you to sign up. You sign up online and you immediately get access to the online course. Your nutrition coach, who you've identified before you sign up, also gets access to the online course, and you guys go through the training course. It takes about 5 to 6 weeks if you put in 5 to 6 hours per week.
Okay.
So there's over 30 hours of online modules, and there's homework and 5 mentoring calls. And those mentoring calls are really designed to help you dial in the pieces for your facility and take the knowledge that we put in the course and apply it to your actual gym. I mean, every gym is a little bit different with what their intake process looks like and how you onboard new clients. But the goal is that new people coming in the door understand that you offer nutrition before they come in. And that's the messaging that you're putting out. And we provide you all the messaging, like what your website should look like and marketing materials. But new people need to understand that you offer nutrition. In that free intro, you're talking to people about nutrition and fitness, and you're not skipping over the nutrition conversation. And you're testing their biometrics. Like, people need to understand where they're at and get a firm point of, oh, my body fat percentage is 45%, and I really want to get it down to in the 20s for health purposes, not just weight loss, right? Our whole goal is disease prevention. So we're helping people understand that. And then we're prescribing the best solution to their problem, which is most of the time weight loss, right? Like, what is the best solution? And that is providing you with nutrition support individually and fitness. And here's the option. Here's how you get started.
For sure. That's awesome.
And if you're not doing that, that's when gyms are not successful. Well, they skip over the nutrition conversation at the beginning, and then they try to resell people on nutrition 6 months down the line. And their clients aren't understanding, why are you talking to me about nutrition now when we've never talked about it before?
Right. It's almost like, well, now you're the expert, but 6 months ago you didn't really know about it. So let's start getting that in right from the beginning and building yourself up as the expert in nutrition. And you've partnered with HSN for that reason.
Yep, exactly.
So you've talked to thousands of gyms. You've done tons of free calls over the last 5 to 7 years. What's a gym that looks like that does not maybe meet your standards for running HSN?
When we look at the nutrition philosophy of people, if they're strictly macros, they don't care about anything but numbers. I mean, we're looking at quality food over just quantity and really focusing on a habit-based approach over a quick fix. So I want to make sure that they are implementing the way the program was intended to be delivered, right? So you're assessing clients where they're at. You're figuring out what's one thing that they can move the needle forward and nail that and then add the next thing. And that's why we do a 12-week commitment with nutrition coaching, because we want to really have time to build that relationship and build those healthy habits. So if our nutrition philosophies don't align, if it's a gym owner, it might just not be the right time if they don't have a nutrition coach, right? If they're like, I'm planning on doing all of it, wearing all the hats, you're going to be knees deep and overwhelmed. And I don't want that for any gym owner. You and I have been there.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Okay.
And we want someone that's like wanting to learn. Like you have to want to take all the tools and resources that we provide and use them, right? I do all the welcome calls, and I love getting on a call and the gym tells me, Nicole, you're the expert. You tell me when you want me to launch a challenge. You tell me how my intake process should look. And it just makes the process so much easier when we don't have to not battle, but go back and forth. It's like, listen, we've helped a lot of gyms. I know what works well and I know what does not work well. Think about testing your gym out 650 times at the same time.
Yeah. So you've been there, done that. And if somebody's not open-minded, somebody's not willing to put in the work, it's kind of like going to the gym 2 days a month and wondering why you're not snatching 300 pounds. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the effort. And if you do that, they see the results.
100%.
As promised in this podcast, you spoke at the very beginning about how you wanted to give gyms something to take away, a nugget, if you will. I love to give nuggets in class when I teach. At the end of class, I think nuggets are important. I think it's something for them to walk away from and to work on their own time. And it also shows that I'm caring, because I do care, and that is our job, to coach and to help. I want some nuggets. I want to know, what are some actionable steps that I can do today if I'm a gym owner that can help build my nutrition business?
As an owner, it starts from the top, right? So leading by example, I think that's really important. And number 2, take the time to set up goal setting sessions with every single member and test their biometrics during that and really guide them to the option that's going to help them best achieve their goals, right? I mean, you and I are going to be doing it with every single member at our gym.
This month, right?
Yeah.
How often do you set goal setting sessions with your clients?
So we do it at our HQ location twice a month, and twice a year. Twice a month would be a lot. Twice a year. And we do in-body scans during those. So people see objective data of where their body composition is. And we can say, yes, you're on the right track. Or, hey, now it's really time to focus on your nutrition because you're coming in here 5 days a week and your body composition hasn't changed. So something's going on with your nutrition. It's time for you to invest in that.
Awesome. Do you have anything else for us, Nicole, even though it is your show and I'm the host today? Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about today?
If you are looking for help to grow your nutrition business, go to grownutritionbusiness.com. There's a ton of free resources on the website. Book a free call with Jason, or Aaron. We would love to help you. I think, we just want to help gym owners. And at the end of the day, every gym owner opened up a gym to help people. And if you're skipping the conversation of nutrition, it's going to be such a slower process.
Awesome. Well, Nicole, best of luck in 2020. And the future looks bright, my friend.
Thank you.